America again, it's me, California Tile Restoration, here in Brisbane, California. We've already stripped these floors, restained them these terracotta color, and now we're applying the final sealer. Customer wanted a high shine seal, so you can see that's what we're giving them. This is coat number 4. I'm really concentrating on the grout right now, making sure I'm getting the grout real thorough. You don't want to have highs and lows, which are areas that are shiny and some aren't, or you missed, or they just look really dull because you only maybe hit them real lightly. So you got to be thorough on the grout. As you can see, I'm doing the figure 8, which is always recommended. Helps keep it from streaking and make sure you cover everything thoroughly. The sealer, you can see it looks milky, it dries clear, so you can't let that kind of panic you if it's your first time using the sealer. It dries as a clear thing. You want to try not to overlap too much because it starts to dry really fast, so it makes it kind of gummy and sticky. I'm using a water-based sealer. There's obviously tons of different types of sealers out there. The one I use, I like it because it's more, has a lot of acrylic in it compared to water. Makes it a little stronger, a little bit more durable. And even on the bottle of the stuff I use, it says put on 2 coats. You know, 2 coats, especially with these saltillos, is never ever enough. So we did the 4 coats yesterday. We let it dry out overnight really well, which is important. You let them harden and set up, which will make these next couple coats I'm about to put on dry really awesome and make the floor really pop. Give it that good watertight seal. The fun part, keeping stuff out of it while you're sealing. Make sure you vacuum, sweep, everything you can to keep all the dust and the wind from blowing stuff in on your floor while you're doing it. Because once it sticks to this stuff, it's pretty hard to get out. So that's kind of the challenge I was just having right there. We got that door open there and just blowing some leaves and stuff in here. So other things to think about while you're sealing is not trapping yourself where you can't get out of the room and working. So you always want to kind of work away, kind of work yourself out the door. You want to put on thin, even coats, not really thick, heavy coats. It's easier to use that way. It's easier to keep it from streaking and other stuff that, other challenges, bubbles, that type of stuff that'll come up. It'll dry like, you know, like some of this thicker stuff. If you don't smooth it out, it'll dry like that. And then of course, then you got to try to fill it in, and now it's a little thicker, so it won't fill in. Even if you put on like 5 coats trying to catch it up here. So as you can see, I just take a pile and I just manipulate it, work it side to side, making sure I'm putting nice even coats throughout all the areas I'm doing. Really making sure this particular coat, I'm getting my grout really good. Just making sure it's nice and seal on it as well. That's obviously equally as important to getting the saltillo. Actually, these are super saltillos, so they have more of the rounded edge compared to like the traditional saltillos, which are more of a straight edge with lots of the nicks and chips and line pops and, you know, all the little stuff that come along with the saltillos. You know, you can do this. This is part of maintenance of saltillos. You know, once we're actually done, and you start to live on them and use them again over time. You know, the object is that you're walking on these sealers. They will start to dull and scratch, and over time you could deep clean it, repeat this process, what we're doing now with the sealer, and the floor will come back just, you know, it'll look just as amazing as like right now when we're done. That'll be part of the maintenance that I get this particular customer on, where he has us coming back every 3 to 5 years. We won't have to do the initial strip, clean, restain, seal, just dull it out, get rid of any scuff marks, dirt and stuff that's kind of started to work itself into the finish. and then 2 more layers of this stuff, and boom, it'll go right back to this, you know, and that'll be 3 to 5 years from now. Everybody's traffic is different, so, you know, a little old lady by herself wouldn't have to maintain her floor compared to, you know, 5 kids, 3 dogs, you know, that type of stuff. This is probably a heavy trafficked area. This is a smaller house, so they definitely probably go through here a lot. So they'll definitely want to stay on top of the maintenance, especially if they want to keep it looking this awesome. Now, most important thing is you want to remember is don't, as you're sealing it, let everything dry before you start walking on it, putting furniture back. You know, even though you put multiple layers on here and you could walk on it, it takes a couple days to fully harden. You know, it's one of those products, the longer it sits, the harder it gets. You know, you gotta imagine after we're done, there's gonna be 7 coats on here in 2 days. You know, so it'll take a couple days to fully dry, fully cure, fully set up. But once it does, it'll be really hard. It'll repel oils, greases. Like I said, it'll be real easy, a lot easier to clean and maintain for the customer.